throw in off the blue clearance. As he'll find Jacob Borge. Now it's played into the middle from Orange. Cleared away by blue. Virgo with it now. Virgo fighting off some challenges. Plays it out wide. Here goes blue back the other way with speed. It's Ring. Ring going to slow down and wait for some help. Nice move by Ring. Gets it into the box, and it's cleared away, but Virgo's there. But nice job by Orange stepping in. It's pop-off, and here goes Virgo again after some really nice work by him, and it's a good save in tight there by Bodie Gray. Is Orange with possession here again in their own box. It's Ethan Smith. Orange now working it past the halfway line. Sent back, though. It's Borge. Playing this one back for Boyd. Boyd with possession. Plays it over to Smith. Smith into the middle to Borge. Borge now. Gets around Ring. Plays it up for Shahjahan. Now into the middle here for Orange. As it's Keith Esquera. Plays this one out wide for Sabarzo. Sabarzo tried to get around Hopkins, but that one's going to be out of play, and I think that will be a corner kick coming up here for Orange. Is Shahjahan over to Esquera. Esquera fights off a couple of challenges, but Shahjahan in to help him out, so Orange maintains possession. DiNicola just gets it away from Virgo. So it's Gray with it. Plays it up for his defender, Smith. Smith with possession. Plays it into the middle of the pitch. Popped off here. Smith. Orange doing a good job building up play slowly. That's how they scored their first goal, and they've done that a couple of times in this game. Here's Virgo now with it, though, off the turnover. This is where you got to be careful. Guy, body's caught too far forward, but couldn't connect on the pass there to Ambessa. DiNicola. Nice move to get around Ring. DiNicola with space now in his own half. Plays it out wide for Smith. Sorry, that's Popoff. Here's Smith. Smith now with it. Looks for a long ball to Sabarzo, and Conte does a great job to break that one up, but here's Esquera. Esquera tried to play that one into the center, but it looks like Blue's going to get there first, and they do just that. Broken up by Liv Munson. Conte back to Munson, who's going to send this one all the way out wide to Hopkins. Hopkins into the middle for Ambessa. Great pressure here from Orange. Macon getting the ball out easily. Very, very tough here on Blue. Immediately turned over. Here's Popoff. Borge to Popoff. And this one played all the way over to Ethan Smith. Now it's Jacob Boyd. Boyd tried to lay it off for Borge, but couldn't connect on the pass. Goes with Blue. Back the other way. They're over the half line. That little delay allows Orange to get back into position. Blue now along the box. Could be a great chance. Cutting into the middle. Ethan Smith tries to step up, and that's a great challenge there on Deslinko. And off that challenge, it will be a free kick here, though, as Ambessa is knocked to the ground. Pretty easy call there for the officials. The right call indeed. Whipped in here by Blue, and what a move there. A little scorpion kick, if you will, there. Couldn't quite tell who that was for Blue, but that's a great chance. And now the ball still in the box, but Gray gets there first. Over to Esquera. Esquera. Over to Shahjahan. To DiNicola. Back for Gray. Over for Smith. Smith now with it. Plays it over to DiNicola, and that will do it for the first half here between Team 5 and Team 6. Once again, Team 5 in the blue, Team 6 in the orange. I am Liam Higgs. You're watching the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine. Watching it on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. We'll be right back with the second half of this one. It's been a good one so far. Some great chances at either end, but Orange really kept up the pressure there in the first half. We'll see if they can do that here in the second half. Like I said, don't go too far. We'll be right back in just a few. I am ready. And we are here for the second half between Team 5 in the blue, Team 6 in the orange. This is the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine. You are watching on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. So far the score, 1-0 for Team Orange. Is Team Blue going to get us started here? I should mention, as per usual, goaltending change at the halfway mark. So Team 5 in net now, Xavier Gunnarsson, and in Team 6, Logan Nicole. Is Blue with it now here. Maintaining good possession. Is some good passing there by Hopkins, but it's turned over quickly into the middle. Here's Esquera. Esquera backed off quickly. Looks like he might try a shot from far out, but can't find a lane. Now played back, and there's the long shot we were talking about, and that one just sails over top of the net there as Xavier Gunnarsson didn't get a touch to it. As Drayton Burglar can with the long shot there. Now Blue plays it up. Here's Virgo. Harassed by DiNicola. DiNicola eventually wins it back. Just pop off in the middle. Sends it back to Burglar can. Now sent all the way back to goaltender Xavier Gunnarsson. And that one's going to be knocked out of play by Team Orange. So it'll be a throw in here for Team Blue. As it's Hopkins with it now. Hopkins. Knocked away by Burglar can once again. Is a couple of great defensive efforts by him already. Is just subbed into the game. Hopkins plays that one into the middle. As that was headed away by Ramsey. Blue still with it though. Is Burke with it now. Now it's down the wing. Here's Brenneman. Brenneman taken out hard there by DiNicola, and I do believe that will in fact be, I think it's going to be just a throw in here. So good challenge there by DiNicola to get the ball as he came sliding in with authority. Blue now with it. And that one touched just out of play there as trying to control the ball was Ambesta. As Logan Nicole plays this one for DiNicola. DiNicola up into the middle for King. King challenge there. As it's a great defensive play in the midfield by Blue, and they're able to win the ball back as Liff Munson now moved up more into the midfield with a great challenge there. Munson back in his regular center back position. Plays this one well out wide. Looking to connect with Bassi. Bassi still with it. Turns it over. Here goes Esquera. Esquera for Team Orange in the opposing half. Looking for a long ball and a great header away there by Munson. And trying to get there first is Burglar can, but looks like Orange able to send that one out of play quickly. So Orange with the throw in now. Going to whip this one in, and that one might be on target just over top as Burglar can already all over the pitch. And he's only been on the field for a few minutes. Gunnarsson going to knock that one down, and he has the ball here for a goal kick. Gunnarsson plays this one to his defender. That's Brendan Burke. Now played up for Brenneman. Into the middle. I believe that was Riley Dutt on the long ball there looking for Virgo, but quickly intercepted. Now Blue, though, on their own interception. Up for Brenneman, but DiNicola going to get there first, and it's going to be a throw in here for Orange. Taking the throw in is Jacob Boyd. Boyd plays this one into the middle. Landon King gets there. He's taken off of it quickly by Butcher, who played it over for Virgo, tried to go back to him, but Jacob Boyd was there first. Esquera. Some nice moves. Doesn't run out of real estate, but tried to play it over for Popoff, but that one just rolls off the pitch, so we'll have another throw in, this time for Blue. Virgo with it now. Challenged by Esquera, but Virgo just about split the defenders, but Landon King gets a foot in there. Esquera. Hounded by Ambesta. Finally sent away there by Andrew Ramsey. And trying to play that one up was Burke, but Jacob Boyd does a great job to break that one up. Sabarzo has it here on the far side. Boyd looking to whip it in. And getting there first was Logan Simpson, but couldn't quite handle the pass. So Blue with it now. Here's Hopkins. Hopkins back to his defender before he gets it out, who took quite an ugly challenge there from Simpson. And it looks like Will be a free kick coming up here for Blue. I believe that's Liv Munson who took that hard challenge. Now playing it back to the goalkeeper. Could be dangerous here for Blue as here's Munson is leaving the net there was Gunnarsson, but couldn't clear the ball away. Hopkins with it now into the middle. Bad touch there. Here goes King. King with a long shot, and Munson able to block that one. Borge, though, finds the loose ball. Borge with another chance. That's a long shot and just over top of the crossbar as Team Orange continues to press for their second of the game, trying to extend their lead. Another goal kick here. This one booted up. Looking for Solenko, but it's turned over. Orange, again, back the other way. And eventually sent out of play there by Galen Butcher. And Burglar Can now with the throw-in. Headed down by Blue, who maintains possession. Here's Hopkins. Hopkins playing this one up for Solenko. Solenko with it now, back to Hopkins. Hopkins tries to reverse field. Gets it over for Ramsey, who steps out of a challenge there from Esquera. A warning was given, but Blue maintained possession. Now Blue back into the middle. Here's Mbetha. Mbetha down to Solenko. Solenko. Nice moves along the outside of the box, but he's also taken out there from a hard challenge by Logan Simpson this time. And Hopkins with it now for Blue. They try and settle things down. He's going to go all the way back to the keeper, Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson out wide for Munson. Munson has to be careful. He's going to turn it over to Sabarzo, and Sabarzo has a chance, but a good job by Munson to get the body position and leaving that one there. I'm not sure if that was by mistake or on purpose, but Burke leaves it for Gunnarsson. Now Esquera with it on the far side wing. Esquera has it taken off of him. And Bessa looking for a long ball here to Solenko, and just out of reach of him, so it will be a throw-in coming up here for Orange, and it's going to be Burglar Can with the throw-in. Plays it into the middle of the pitch to Borge. Maintaining possession is Ethan Smith. He'll go back to Nicole. Over to DiNicola. DiNicola has to be quick as Virgo in on the challenge. DiNicola able to get away from him, and Blue will maintain possession here though, however. Now it's quickly turned over, and with lots of numbers going forward is Orange. Here's Sabarzo, but getting there first is Xavier Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson playing this one over for Burke. Burke with time, and he's going to boot this one up, looking to get it to Virgo, but it's played away by Borge. Ramsey now with it. Trying to play this one out wide. And I believe that's Bassi with it over on the far side, but goes out of play there, so it will be a throw-in coming up. This time for Blue. So that's Riley Dutt with it there on the far side, and with an ambitious chance there was Virgo. So back to recollect the ball for goal kick behind his own net is Logan Nicole. Nicole trying to clear it away for Orange, but Solenko there for Blue. Back to Hopkins. Hopkins. Back to Burke. Burke now with it in his own half. Team Blue trying to close the score here. Again, 1-0 for Orange. Blue would like to make it 1-1. Is Burke with it in his own half again. Back to Gunnarsson, who goes out wide for Hopkins. Hopkins looks to go to Munson, but it's turned over. Here's King. King plays into the middle for Sabarzo, who tries the extra move to get around Burke. And unable to. Burke with a great challenge, saving what could have very possibly been a goal as Sabarzo just outside the 6-yard box loses the ball. And it's Xavier Gunnarsson now for the goal kick. Xavier Gunnarsson. Gonna boot this one up. Butcher knocks it down for Ramsey. Turned over, though, for Orange is Logan Simpson now with it. Gets around Hopkins. Now Popoff. Popoff is here just outside the box with a long shot, and that one just above the net as Orange continues to press here to get that insurance marker. It's Gunnarsson again for goal kick. Out wide for Burke. As Blue will try and take it slower this time. And scratch that. They're going to go deep here again. It's Virgo. Virgo. Plays it over for Butcher. Butcher over to Brenneman. Brenneman tried to go back to Butcher, but Butcher just out of reach of him, and Burglar Khan gets there. So now it's Orange at midfield. Popoff gets away from Mbetha. He's playing this one back for Ethan Smith. Mbetha into the middle for Virgo. Virgo has Brenneman on his right side, and the pass just a little bit too slow, so Brenneman has to slow down, and Orange able to regroup. Here's Burglar Can. Plays this one over for Sabarzo. Sabarzo looking for a pass on the outside of his foot. It's intercepted by Munson. Munson up for Solunko. Solunko takes it out wide. Here goes Solunko. One-on-one with Burglar Can. Now trying to whip it in far side there. No one's there, however. So it's going to go all the way back to Orange. Orange now trying to get out of their own half. Played up for Esquera. Burke there first as he wins that challenge. And eventually cleared out here as it ends up on the foot of Di Nicola, but he's pressured by Brenneman. Has to be careful. Di Nicola playing this one over for Boyd. Boyd gets away from Mbetha. Now it's over for Smith. Smith looking for a play into the middle. It's Popoff. Popoff. Back to Burglar Khan. Now here goes Popoff. Popoff with pace through the halfway line. Popoff going to be challenged by Mbetha, though, and a great move there, and eventually he's going to go down. They're going to say no foul on that one as Simpson plays it back for Burglar Can. Long pass there. Burke clears it. But for how long? Here's Sabarzo, and they're going to get the offside there, I believe. And a chance on goal turned aside regardless of Xavier Gunnarsson. As a great look there for Orange off of a long through ball, all started at the back end by Burglar Can. So we have some substitutions here for both teams. It'll be a free kick here for Blue. Xavier Gunnarsson boots this one up, looking for Virgo. Virgo has it taken off him by Smith. Now out wide for Simpson. Simpson looking for Popoff, and Burke steps into that one. He's able to get it out of danger as Blue continue to kind of defend for their lives. Still down 1-0. It's Orange again with it. Smith back to his goaltender, Nicole. He goes over far side. Orange now in midfield. Got to be careful around their own box. It's turned over, and a long shot there just wide as Oliver Rigg with a chance there, just wide. So Riley Dutt going to take the corner as it went off of Nicole. And a chance for Blue to tie this game up. Despite how dominant Orange has been here in this second half, it all could change right here. It's Jacob Boyd fixing his shin pad there. As Blue gets ready to take the corner. The clock slowly starting to work against them here in the second half, and that one drops perfectly for Virgo, and they score! A great corner kick there. It was a little bit jammy in front, but eventually Demir Virgo from Burnaby FC is able to bury that one and tie this game at 1. And just like I said, despite how dominant Orange has been in the second half, all it takes is 1, and the complexion of this game has changed. See if Blue can feed off that momentum as Xavier Matthew ready to get us started here for Team Orange, tied up at 1. Back to Dina Cola. Dina Cola. Long ball here for Jacob Boyd. Jacob Boyd look for a bit of a through pass there off the header, but not quite the accuracy he wanted. So that one's going to roll out for a throw-in. So Torsten Hopkins. With it here. So look to throw it in. Hopkins looking for a long pass there for Rigg, and that one's headed out by Simpson. So Blue back to the throw in once again. Hopkins looking for Virgo, the goal scorer, the latest goal scorer, I should add. Boyd over for Smith. Orange. Some nice build-up play through midfield. Here's Popoff to Simpson. Simpson cuts into the middle. Here's Simpson looking for a chance from just outside the box, and eventually he's closed down upon by Blue. Brenneman trying to get King off the ball, was unable to. Now far side, here's the goal scorer for Orange. It's Towis with a long shot and glove down there by Gunnarsson. A great save on Spencer Towris, keeping this game all tied up. Kante now plays this one out wide. As Bassi turned aside here, as Xavier Matthew tried to get around Kante, but unable to. Is Orange with it now. Sahajahan plays it into the middle and off of a funny bounce there. What a save by Xavier Gunnarsson as that one went off his own defender in front. I believe that went off of Hopkins. And Gunnarsson diving across. Not only does he make the save, but he controls the rebound as well. Now some great passing again from Orange. Clearly upset about the last goal scored. Continue to press for their second one. King taken off of it by Ramsey. Basajaha plays it across. And now with a long shot there from Towris as he whiffs on that one. Shahjahan taking off the ball. Blue look to settle things down. Here's Brenneman. Brenneman looking to go back to Kante. Got to be careful. A lot of orange jerseys around the top of that box. Now back the other way for Blue. Here goes Virgo. Virgo, he's got Rigg on his left. Looks to go to Brenneman on his right as he's in a foot race with Di Nicola. Rigg in the middle, but can't quite connect off of the crossing attempt there by Brenneman. And it's going to go out here for a throw-in. So a throw-in chance here for Orange. Or for Blue, sorry. Jacob Boyd gets it off the throw-in, however. So pop off with it now. Looking for Towers through the middle. A great through ball, but getting there first. Great awareness by Gunnarsson coming out to get rid of that one and takes away another chance from Team Orange. Hopkins. Long pass here. Looking for Rigg. Smith now with it. Smith. Into the middle. Back to Smith. To Di Nicola. As Orange look to settle things down, trying to get another opportunity. Nicole looking for Di Nicola, but couldn't quite connect. So time starting to wind down in this one. All even Stevens here. 1-1 the score between Team 5 and Team 6. And Ramsey going to go back for Kante. Kante gets away from Matthew, but the touch not quite what he wanted, so that one's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in here for Orange. It's pop off with it. Long through ball here for Matthew, but getting there first is Burke. Burke able to escape Matthew and get it back to Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson into the middle for Mbetha leaves it for Hopkins. Hopkins, lots of green ahead of him. He's got to be careful as King's right there. Gets through King. Hopkins with a great move into the middle, and he's taken down there. And they're going to say Simpson got the ball. Simpson's quickly taken off of it, though, by Mbetha, who's into the middle for Virgo. Virgo has Brennan on his right, and Virgo going to lay this one out wide for Bassey. Bassey into the middle. As Taurus back to DiNicola as things start to settle down once again here between these two teams. DiNicola over for Smith. Over for Boyd. Boyd. He's got lots of orange jerseys with him. Boyd going to play it off for Popoff. Nice pass by Simpson. Leaves it for Popoff. Popoff on his left foot. Tries a shot from outside the box. And Gunnarsson easily corrals that one. Gunnarsson. Over to Kante. Kante. Playing this one up for Brenneman. Knocked down by Taurus. Brenneman tried to get in front of Sajaha, but eventually was hauled down. Now Matthew into the middle and cleared away by Hopkins just before Simpson could do anything about it. Boyd. Over for Simpson. What a touch there to Popoff. Popoff just outside the box again on his left foot. He's going to play it into the middle, and it's pushed aside there by Burke. So Blue trying to clear their half, and they do so successfully there, but not for long, as Virgo loses it. Orange with it once again. Warning's been given. Here's Boyd. Boyd could have a long strike from here, and he got all of that one. Maybe too much of it as that one sails over top of the net. Still a 1-1 score here. Not much time left in this one, as Xavier Gunnarsson looking to take another goal kick. Plays it short. It's Burke. Burke trying to get away from Matthew, but quickly stepping in there, Simpson. Simpson tried to cross it, and I think that might have went out for a corner kick. No, it's going to be a deep throw in here. Unlucky there for Orange. You'll take that if you're Blue. Throw in here. Matthew able to leave it, but a great clearance by Hopkins, and that one goes all the way down to Smith. Virgo takes it off the chest. Virgo trying to get around Popoff, but eventually does win it back with the help of Oliver Rigg. Andrew Ramsey now has that ball escape him, and Orange back on the attack. Popoff there, and tried to play it over for Simpson, but Hopkins gets there first, and that one going to go out of play for yet another deep throw in for Orange. Back to Boyd. Boyd steps around Mbetha. Now Boyd. Boyd tried to go back outside. It's over to Popoff. Popoff on the left foot. He scores! 2-1 here late in the second half. Boyd has had a couple of great looks, and that was a great setup there. And what a goal tucked in by Matvey Popoff at the top of the box. And on the left foot, gets it past Xavier Gunnarsson. It looked like Gunnarsson might have got a piece of it, but not enough. 2-1 the score here for Orange, who I think have been... It's been a really close game, but I would have to give the slight edge to Orange. I think they've been the slightly better team here, especially in the second half. Oliver Rigg looking to make them pay for that. That one's going to go out of play, so it'll be a throw-in coming up here for Orange. Boyd challenged by Mbetha. As the time starting to wear away here for Blue, and with that late goal, they need some quick offense. Smith for Boyd. Boyd into the middle. Up for Popoff. Popoff, the latest goal scorer, and what a goal it was. Burke leaves it for Hopkins, who just tries to send it up. And now Orange is maintaining possession. Sajaha, a nice slide challenge there from Bassey, but sent right back down his wing. Is another slide challenge from him going to go out of play, and I believe that will be the full-time whistle. Team 6 takes this one 2-1. Team Orange, if you will, going up against Team 5 or Team Blue. 2-1 the final score with some great goals in this one. You've been watching the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. Once again, I am Liam Higgs. What a game it's been. I'm expecting some really good games. We're finishing off the day here with the senior group of boys. Next game up, Game 6. Team 7 or Team Blue versus Team 8 in the orange. Excited for that one. Don't go too far. We'll be right back with Game 6 in just a few. And we're unmuted here. So welcome back to the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine for Game 6 of the day. This is the second game of the day between the senior group of boys. This is Team 7 or Team Blue, Team 8 or Team Orange. Your starting goaltenders for this one. In Team Blue, it's Alessandro Favreau versus in Team Orange. In net for them, Callum Abu Mekrek. Is Blue with it now. Trying to get it up the pitch quickly here. Could be a quick chance here for Blue. Is that one sent just wide? I believe this will be a throw in here on the cross as that one went off of an Orange defender. So I believe it will in fact be a goal kick. Thought we were lining up maybe for a bit of a throw in there. So a goal kick coming up here. Once again, the goaltender for Team Orange is Callum Abu Mekrek. So Abu Mekrek looking to take this one. It's played out wide here for Orange. Orange down the wing. As Derek Sun plays that one into the middle. Blue, though, forces a turnover. It's a nice job by them as Bolduc plays it back to his goaltender. Here's Bolduc again. Gives it to Favreau. Favreau now going out wide. As he's trying to connect there with Peel. Back over for Price. Now into the middle. Is Rumlena. Taken down quickly there, but Blue still maintain possession. Here's Rochwan. Turns it over. Now it's Orange. Back the other way. As Derek Sun gets there. Can he keep it in? And he does keep it in, but ends up falling over the ball. And on the challenge there, it will go off of the Blue defender, which was Leo Bolduc. So an Orange throw-in coming up. And looking to get some quick offense. And what a play there by Orange to keep it in. Unfortunately, no one on the receiving end of that pass, and now it's Blue back the other way. Here goes Blue. It's Gopher. Tried to play it up the wing, but that one just out of the reach of everyone, so it'll be a throw in here for Orange. As Lawley plays this one up. And it could be a chance for Paylor, but it's sent back to Favreau. Favreau with it. Played up again down the wing for Blue, but sent packing quickly there by Maxwell Montgomery. Bolduc played it back for Price. Over to Peel. Goes wide to Gopher. Back to Peel. Peel back to Favreau. Is Blue going to slow things down here in their own half? Over to Price. Price has a lot of green ahead of him, but bobbles the pass. He's starting to run out of time and space. Gives it back to Favreau. Favreau with it now. Playing this one over for Peel. Peel. Long ball here by Peel, and this one goes over top of everyone. Makes it all the way back to Abu Mekrek. And Abu Mekrek with it now. Another long ball by both goaltenders here, and this one over top everyone as well. Right back to Favreau. To Price. Price now with it. Plays it into the center. As Tonskov plays this one back to Starling. Starling gives it over to Peel, who goes back to Price. Price down the wing, looking to connect with Rochwan. Rochwan has it go just ahead of him, so that will be, or so that was Leo Bolduc, so that will be a throw-in coming up here for Orange. Orange, long throw in there. Headed away by Price, but goes off of Bolduc. Sorry, that was Rochwan. That one goes off Rochwan and out. Is Derek Sun going to play this one back for Montgomery? Montgomery taking his time on the throw-in. Plays this one up for Paylor. Now back in the middle here for Orange. Looking back into the middle for Paylor. Paylor. Couple of bounces off of him. And Orange continue on the attack. Down the wing once again. This time it's Peel for Blue. Over to Gopher. Gopher into the middle. Long ball there, looking to connect with, I believe that was Jack Coles. Now looking to get a nasty tackle in there was Jack Coles, but able to escape him. Some great effort there by McCutcheon. Now McCutcheon sends it all the way back down looking for Paylor, so this one will go out of play for yet another goal kick here for Favreau. So Favreau looks to settle things down here for Blue. Over for Peel. Peel looking into the middle. Now Blue working their way through midfield. Blue, numbers forward. This is back to Rochwan. Back out wide to Bolduc. They'll look to try again. Here's Price. Back to Rochwan. Rochwan into the middle for Sterling. There's Starling. Starling, oh, and a massive tackle there. I'm surprised there was no whistle blown as Orange, I think, gets away with one there as Nico Mattia with a huge challenge on one of the Blue attackers. I believe that was Lucas Rumlena. And Rumlena looks like he's going to be able to get up on under his own power here. It does look like that is going to call for a substitution. So Lucas Rumlena can't put much weight, it looks like, on that left foot. And we'll have an early substitution here for Blue. So it'll be a goal kick. Or a drop ball, sorry, here for Blue. Price now with it in his own half. Plays this one over for Bolduc. Has to be careful, though. Nice challenge there from Derek Sun, who got in cleanly, but maybe a bit too clean as he knocked that one right out of play. So I'll have a throw in here for Blue. It's Bolduc again. Plays it in the middle for Rochwan. Back to Price. Price trying to get away from Paylor, and this one's turned over right on top of the box. Orange now with time in a dangerous area. Paylor well offside, had to leave that one behind after a good looking chance there from Finley Job. But Paylor was well offside, so couldn't touch that one. So Favreau back out wide for Peel. Back down to Favreau. Favreau tries to reverse fields to Bolduc, but he's quickly challenged by Sun. But Price gets back to help him out. Peel now. Blue, lots of possession, but most of it spent in their own half. Played all the way up for Gopher. Nice header there from Team Orange. As getting rid of that one I believe was Jackson Sylvie. I'm sorry, it was Graham McDowell. There will be a corner opportunity coming up here for Blue. Blue now with a corner. Low cross near post, and that one cleared out there by Orange. But Blue able to stick with it. Cutting into the middle. Here's Blue. And a nice chance in tight, and a great save. A huge save, in fact, by Callum Abu Mekrek. His first big one of the game. Now Derek Sun. Derek Sun with a great move down the wing, and Price gets a chunk of him, and he's able to get him off the ball. So Blue once again with it in their own box. Here's Gopher. Gopher into the middle for Pressener. That one went out for a throw-in, so it'll be Gopher back to Peel. Cross field to Price. Price playing this one up. As Jack Coles plays this one down the wing for Leo Bolduc, who's tries to cross it in, but some great defense there by Montgomery. Now back for Price. As Blue looks to regroup here. Peel. Peel now from a long way out, and that one blocked by one of the Orange midfielders. I believe that was Nicholas Diamato. Price with it once again in his own half. Over to Peel. Substitutions getting ready. Peel back to Price. Orange fully in their own half. No one forward. As Bolduc sends it back to Price. Over to Peel. Just continuing to keep possession along the perimeter here. Now trying to play it into the middle. This one's intercepted. And it's a nice job there. And Montgomery off the interception. Tries to play it forward, but it's intercepted right back by Price. Bolduc. Back for Favreau. Over to Peel. Now with it once again is still Blue here in their own half. Rochwan tries to get it through. I believe that was Finley Job with the interception. Back to Favreau. Over to Price. But Orange now off the interception. As it's Graham McDowell. McDowell with a long ball here. Looks just ahead of him, but a nice feed there. Looking for Finley Job, but Orange with a good-looking opportunity off of that pass. As Peel back over to Price. Price gets it up for Coles. Leaves it for Bolduc. Bolduc tried to touch it out wide, but missed on the touch. So this one will go out for a throw-in, and it's Montgomery here going to take the throw-in, and that will give us some time for some substitutions.
Bring that hot chili heat.
Is Hayden Habden going to step off the pitch here for Orange. There's a whole load of substitutions coming for both teams. Now Bolduc intercepts the throw-in, and now Blue back the other way. This is London Hayes. Hayes into the middle to Toby. Toby, though, couldn't quite control the pass. Now up to Paylor. It's Orange with it. Paylor got plenty of support. Up for Derek Sun, but that one a little bit too much mustard behind it, and it's going to be in on to Favreau, who controls this one. Favreau boots this one up, looking for Gopher. Gopher back to Peel. Over to Price. Price now looking for options. Does a great job to get it out wide. Here's Bolduc. Some green ahead of him. Plays it up for Coles. Could be just ahead of him, and I think that one just is going to go out for a goal kick here. Some nice passing, though, from Blue. Lots of slow build-up from them a lot this half, trying to start out from their own end. And Orange seems pretty happy and content to let them do it. As they're looking for counterattack opportunities. Not a whole lot of aggressive football being played from Orange. Now, into the middle. Off the goal kick. Can Orange escape their own half? Is Orange finally able to do so with Paylor, and that one Derek Sun tried to keep in, but was unable to, so we'll see yet another throw-in here for Blue. So Bolduc with it now. Into the middle to Toby. Now, that one going to be given to Orange, even though I thought it went off Paylor at the last second there. But it's awarded to Orange, so here's the throw-in. Started by Jackson Sylvie, up to Paylor, back to Sylvie. Sylvie stepped into there by Price, who's been a brick wall defensively so far for the blue team. Sylvie to Sun, who is knocked to the floor there by Bolduc, and it'll be yet another throw in for Orange. Just about halfway through the first half here, still a 0-0 game. Once again, I'm Liam Higgs, and you're watching the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine. I'm so thankful to be invited to yet another one of these. Obviously, always some really good soccer, and it's been fantastic here so far today. The score right now, currently anybody's game, deadlocked at 0s. This is game 6, second game for the senior boys. Gopher now with it on the far side. Blue through their own half. Good little run here from Blue. That was London Hayes on the run, but couldn't keep control of it forever, so it's Orange once again, and trying to go up the wing there was Sylvie, and it'll go out off of Bolduc. Sylvie into the middle, playing that one. Was McDowell, but that one off of Sun and out, so it'll be a goal kick here coming up for the goaltender Favreau. Now Price into the middle for Rochwan. Over to Price. Reverses Fields to Peel. Peel with it. Peel through his own box. Plays this one to Haynes. Haynes tries to get it up for Coles, but Sylvie's there for the interception. Sylvie plays this one back to Makuchian. Now Coles wins it back in the corner. Coles looks up top for Haynes, who tries to reverse field. Could be a great ball for Gopher, who can get a foot to it. Tries to go back post, but no one's there except for Makuchian of the Orange team, who is able to get a clear. Not fully out of danger yet. Looks like they finally are. Here's Orange down the wing. Orange now with it into the middle, looking for Paylor, and couldn't quite connect on the passes. Cara was looking for a through ball to him. And some more substitutions come out, this time for the blue team. As Cole's going to leave the field, same with Leo Bolduc. And it looks like Rochwan as well. So Laeth Rochwan, also one of the substitutions. So now, through midfield, it's Ellis. Turns it over to Cara, though, so it's Orange now in their own half. Orange over to Makuchian. Back up top for McDowell. McDowell back over to Sylvie. Sylvie trying to get around Lucas Rumlena, which is good to see him re-enter the game after going down hard earlier in the first half. That one on the throw-in going off of a Toby, and that'll be another throw-in here for Orange as Sylvie lines up to take it once again. Sylvie for Sun. Here's Rumlena. Rumlena pressured by Derek's son, who gets a challenge in on him, but it goes out of play, so a throw in here for Blue. Pressner plays up for Haynes. Haynes does a great job to escape a couple of challenges, but a nice job getting back there on defense is Orange, but quickly turned over once again. Here's Haynes. Haynes plays this one over. Blue, great possession here. As this is Diamato with a long shot, and that one strikes iron. Is Diamato with a great look from outside the box after some nice passing from Blue. And it all started with a good move by London Haynes in the middle of the field there, able to escape 2 challenges. And it will be a goal kick here coming up for Orange. This is Callum Abu Mekrek. Now just getting rid of this one is Orange. Blue with possession in their own half. They're used to this so far. Favreau back to Price. Had to be careful as Paylor was right on the doorstep. Now here's Sun. Sun off the turnover, quickly taken off of it by Pressner, but Sun's there again. Sun back to McDowell. McDowell, a great challenge there by Pressner. Sliding down, and then McDowell gets another challenge of his own in on him, and it will be a throw in here for Blue. It's Joseph Pressner. Sorry, it will be for Orange. Sylvie with the throw in. He's able to feed that one right into the middle. McDowell, and Paylor is right there, but it's broken up quickly off of a great defensive effort by Cohen Peel. And this one, I believe, will yet again be another throw in. This one deep into their own territory for Team Blue. That one takes a weird bounce, ends up on the foot of McDougall, who on his left foot has a decent chance. But Favreau says no. So Peel into the middle to a Toby. A Toby out wide for Pressner. Pressner, good little touch there to get himself turned upfield. Is now once again coming back the other way. Is Diamato, who gets it out wide, but trying to cut in. I believe that was London Hayes. And it will be a corner kick coming up here. Is London Hayes going to be the one taking the corner? Hayes plays this one, looking for Rodriguez. Cara with it now, has played it back to his defender, and it's a good move by Viren Lally, and Lally loses it at the last second. Now midfield. It's Blue once again. Back in the midfield. A long strike there, and it just misses as Nicholas Diamato. A couple of good looks from quite the distance out. One off the iron. That one just wide of the left-hand post. As time starting to slowly work against these two teams here in this first half. As Abu Mekrek takes the goal kick. Mekrek does a good job to keep a hold of it. Now played up looking for McDowell, but couldn't connect. It ends up back onto the feet of Favreau. Here's Price. Price with it. Into the middle to a Toby. Good pressure here from Orange in the opposing half. A Toby trying to get it up. Gets it to Haynes. Nice one-touch passing, but Pressner couldn't quite control it. Trying to be quick now is Orange. Up to Derek's son. As Sylvie with the throw in there. As Ellis playing it back to Diamato, who's going to go out wide this time to Starling. Starling into the middle for Haynes. Haynes looking to reverse field. He goes all the way across to Rumlena. Rumlena cuts into the middle. Plays it back for Haynes. He does a great job to split both the defenders. Rumlena going out wide. Shrugs off a challenge. Could be a cross here for Blue. Into the middle for Rumlena, who has a chance. And that one near post over top of everything. And Blue with some good work there. And I believe that will do it for the first half between these two. Scoreless in the first half between Team 7 and Team 8. Once again, I am Liam Higgs, and you're watching the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine. It's been an exciting day here so far here out in Surrey. You're watching from the FTF Canada YouTube channel. I am Liam Higgs. Don't go too far as we'll be right back with the second half of this one. Welcome back here, fans, to the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine. You are watching on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. I am Liam Higgs, and we are here with the continuation of Game 6 between Team 7 and Team 8. Team 7 in the blue, Team 8 in the orange. As usual, a goaltender change at halftime. In net now for Team Blue, Owen McMillan, and in net for Team Orange, Bodie Gray. There's immediately a chance here for Blue is off the turnover. That was Nicholas Diamato. Lost that one at midfield, and now it's Paylor for Orange back the other way. Paylor taking on Peel one-on-one. Or he plays it back, and it's a bad turnover in front here inside the box. Can Orange do something with it? And it's played into the middle. And a Bote does a great job taking that one off of Orange in a very, very dangerous situation, as it was Owen McMillan with the turnover there in his own box. So a throw-in coming up here for Team Orange. It's Montgomery. Plays this one over for Peel. Peel tried to play that one out wide for Starling. Couldn't connect with him, so that one going to go out of play. And yet another throw-in coming up here for Orange. So throw-in here for Orange. As both teams still looking to break the deadlock here. Tied 0-0. Orange able to get it off the throw-in, but not for long, as it's a good challenge there by Blue. As I believe that was Pressner. And yet again, it'll be another throw-in here, this time awarded to Team Blue. And off the throw-in, that one ends up going off of Ellison out. There'll be another throw-in here for Blue. Montgomery ends up calling for an injury sub as he went down to a knee. So Maxwell Montgomery, a substitution now coming out for Orange. There's a throw-in coming up here for Blue as they look for a long throw. Trying to find Haynes on that one. It's quickly turned aside, though, however, by Lally. Now played in the middle for Paylor. Paylor runs right into Price. Tries to play it out wide. Could be a chance here for Orange, but Joby couldn't quite get there. So Blue with it now. It's Bolduc. Played it back for McMillan, who tried to give it back to him, but McMillan was trying to make a run. That one ends up going behind him, so we'll have yet another throw-in here for Team Orange. Is Orange now looking for a far cross, and that one ends up going on top of the goal. Is I think closer than everyone would have thought on that chance. As whipping that one in, I believe, was Jackson Sylvie. Price into the middle here for Diamato. Back for Starling. For Haynes. Blue trying to maintain possession in their own half. Peel back to McMillan. McMillan passes it out wide for Bolduc. Bolduc tried to play it up the wing there. It was quickly intercepted, however. Just trying to keep this one in this time around was Jackson Sylvie. Unable to do so. So it's another throw in for Blue as it's Bolduc with it. Bolduc trying to cut in. He eventually will be challenged in the middle of the pitch there by Jackson Sylvie, and here goes Paylor. Paylor lays this one out wide. Now it's Cara. Cara into the middle. Now back out wide for Lally. Lally plays this one, looking for Shohan. And eventually it will be challenged out by Haynes, so yet again we have another throw in here for Orange. This one going to be taken by Lally. Some one-touch passing off the throw-in as Lally played that one over for Hebden. Now played into the box by Orange. Headed away by Price. It looks like it might have been a free kick awarded here to Orange as they're going to catch Nicholas Diamato on potentially, I think that might have went off his hand, arm maybe. Regardless, it will be a free kick here for Orange. It is Hayden Habden lined up for the free kick here. He's quite a distance out, but you never know. Habden. Looks to whip this one in, is turned aside quickly by Price. Now Sylvie gets there quickly for Orange. And he'll take the throw-in as well. Jackson Sylvie looks to play this one to Finley Joe, but just ahead of him, so it'll be a goal kick here awarded to McMillan. McMillan out wide for Peel. Peel goes all the way across to Bolduc. Bolduc now with it. He's got lots of blue support with him, trying to play it into the middle for Ellis, but couldn't quite connect. Sorry, that was Pressner. Bolduc was the one just above him, so he had Bolduc with him, but couldn't get the pass to him. Now Price on the challenge there. Gets the ball away from Finley Job. So Orange trying to maintain possession here in the offensive half. Price to McMillan. McMillan tries to give it to Peel, but it's quickly turned over, and that one just wide off of a great-looking chance there for Cameron Cara. McMillan, a couple of turnovers in his own box so far in this half. Peel, cross ice to across the field to Price. Bolduc plays it back for a Toby. Price. Back to Peel, who tries to get it to Starling, but just ahead of him, so it'll be a throw-in coming up here for Orange. Is Viren Lally going to take this one? Lally looking for some support. Ends up finding it there at midfield, as they're able to connect with Hayden Habden. It's immediately sent back out. Now a blue throw in here. Starling looking for a Toby. It just goes past Habden. Now Cara with it. Cara. Now back through the middle here for Orange as they look to slow things down. Here's Mattia. Orange continue to try and probe the defenses of the blue team. Now played all the way out wide here. And now cross into the middle, and Peel blocks that one off of a great looking chance there for Orange once again off the cross by Lally. Haynes, the great move to get around a couple of Orange players. Here goes Haynes all the way cross pitch to Bolduc. Bolduc going to take a touch, tries to play it up top there, but couldn't quite connect on the pass to Diamato. Diamato here with it now. Diamato down the touchline, tries to play it into the middle, and it's turned aside there by Makuchian. Toby back for Peel. Peel to Starling. He's going to get this one over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez tried some give and go with Ellis, but quickly intercepted. Now back from Makuchian. Makuchian to Lawley. Lawley looking for Carr in the middle. It's intercepted by Starling. Starling tries to play it into the middle. It's Haynes who does on the second attempt get it to the middle. Nice back heel, and there's a goal for Blue for sure. And he just misses the target. I can't believe it. Blue with some great passing between Nicholas D'Amato and I believe that was Starling. Or sorry, that was London Hayes. Some nice give and go between those two, but just misses on the left side of the post. And Bodie Gray had his first chance against. Bodie Gray, the goaltender for Team Orange, been quiet here so far for him in the second half. Is Habden. Back to Makuchian. Going to play this one back to Habden. Who goes back. To Sylvie. To Mattia. Back to Sylvie. Sylvie tried to get it to Paylor, but couldn't quite connect. It's Price now. To McMillan. Back to Price. What a chance there for Blue. I cannot believe this is still a 0-0 soccer game. Makuchian. Tried to play it up, ended up going off the foot there of Haynes, and it'll be a throw-in coming up for Orange. Lawley. Back to Gray. Back to Lawley. So he'll play this one into the middle, and a great sliding challenge there by Atobi. Able to get Chauhan off the ball. Goes for the long throw, looking for Paylor, and he's going to go one-on-one with Peel. Peel with time in the corner. Pressured quickly, though, by Paylor, and a nice move by him to get rid of Paylor. Get it back to his goaltender, McMillan. And now a challenge there in the middle. No call, and Orange with possession. Mattia. Plays it up top there to Habden. But Blue able to get it off them. Lawley. Here's Hayes. Over to Atobi. Atobi looking to reverse fields, looking for Baldock. Baldock could have a chance. What a ball that was from Atobi, and Gray coming out. Great decision by the goaltender, as that was a great through pass there from Atobi. From his own half, nonetheless. Now into the middle. He's finding Lawley. Back into the middle for Chauhan. Out wide for Sylvie. Sylvie into the middle for Habden. And tried to give it back out wide quickly to Job, but couldn't quite connect. So that one will go for a throw-in, and we'll see some more substitutions stepping up in this one. 38 minutes gone in this game. So still quite some time here in the second half for both these teams to break the deadlock. We had one great chance already in this second half. Just missing the net was London Hayes off of a sweet backheel feed from Nicholas D'Amato. Once again, I'm Liam Higgs, and you're watching the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine. You're watching it on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. And we've had some exciting games here so far today. 2 more after this one. This one currently at a 0-0 draw. Mattia up top for Habden. Habden gets this one into the middle to McDowell, who plays this one over for Chauhan, trying to get it out wide for Derek Sun. Sun taken off of him by Gopher, and Gopher trying to play that one up for Rodriguez, unable to connect. Montgomery back in the game. And he's the one taking the throw-in. Montgomery over to Chauhan, who tried to get it through to Sun. Habden's there as well, but Atobi gets it back to his keeper. Here's McMillan, quickly pressured by Kara. Peel now, one-on-one with Sun. Sun can't get it off him. Good run here by Peel. Peel into the middle, trying to one-touch pass it between him and Rashwan. And Peel forced to give it back to Haynes. Now up top here for Blue. That one just out of the reach. I believe that's Starling. Sorry, that's Jack Coles. So he's also returned to the game as a substitute here in the second half. Here's Habden. Blue, though, on the turnover. Here's Haynes with a long strike, and that one just wide of the right side. Haynes, another good look here in the second half. As Hayes been all over the pitch here in the second half for the Blue team, creating some great offense. And that one, a strike from quite far out of the box. As the clock slowly working against both these teams. Here's Hayes with a corner opportunity here. Hayes whips it in near post, and that one cleared away by McCutcheon, and Hayes back with it at the side of the box here. Looking to get a cross in, and eventually does, but Gray easily able to capture that one. Looking for a long throw in here. He's able to find it. Orange could have some quick offense on the counterattack, but Kara caught offside there. So he tried making the run. Some more substitutions coming out, this time for the Blue squad. It's Bolduc with it now for Blue. Plays it back to Price. Price over to Bolduc. Back to Price. Plays this one into the middle. It's Hayes. Here's Bolduc. Bolduc. Pressured by Habden. Bolduc's just going to play this one up, looking for Jack Coles, who's got some pace. But, you know, Jack Coles has some great pace, but Blue just really hasn't been able to tap into that pace. Some great defense being played by Orange. Here's McCutcheon. McCutcheon intercepted by Gopher. So he was able to step in front of Derek's son. Back for Peel. Peel over to McMillan. McMillan into the middle for Starling. He's been more moved into a central position now as he was playing fullback before. Now Peel. Long stretch pass here looking for Ellis, but that too far for everyone. And it's going to end up going in on Gray. Gray picks this one up. Still 0-0 here. Price now on the long ball, able to intercept. Got the ball there, so no foul on the play. Diamato tried another through pass into Ellis. Couldn't quite connect. Now it's Mattia. Long stretch feed here. Unable to handle it, so it's Blue with it once again. Here's Hayes. Taken off of it quickly by Chauhan. Diamato to Hayes. Outside for Gopher. Lots of green ahead of Gopher. Gopher tries to cut in. A sliding challenge there from McCutcheon, but Gopher sticks with it. Gopher stops up, trying to get a cross in, but he's collapsed in on by Derek's son. Now Peel off the throw-in. He'll try and reverse fields. Here's Jack Coles, who heads it down, but quickly broken up by Lally. Lally now for Orange. Tried to play it into the middle for Kara. It's intercepted by Price. Jack Coles. Back into the middle for Rashwan. Price over to Peel. Peel finds Gopher on the far side. Gopher. Good touch here to bring him down to himself. For Diamato. Into the middle for Hayes. Some good one-touch passing. Here's Diamato. Overruns the ball there. Just steps over it. But Starling trying to help him out. Goes off the leg of Habden. Now here's Jack Coles. Long shot opportunity. And not enough mustard behind that one. Also not on target. So Gray going to corral it in here for a goal kick. McCutcheon to Gray. Back over to Mattia. Mattia plays this one into the middle. It was Habden. Orange with it in their own half. Both teams slowly and methodically trying to work this ball into the back of the goal. Haven't seen a whole lot of fast counter-attack run and gun offense, if you will. Been a lot of ticky-tacky stuff through midfield. I'll be honest, the most of it's been blue. But speak of the devil, here we go. It could be quick from Derek's son, but turned away quickly by Peel, and that one sent all the way back down by Gray. So Gray with it now. Plays this one into the middle. There's Chauhan. Plays it for Montgomery. McDowell. Off Rochwan to Ellis. Back to Rochwan. Outside to Gopher. Gopher down to Ellis. Ellis whips it in near post and right onto the feet of Diamato. Diamato trying to find the shot, and that one far post, and what a goal there. Diamato with another great setup. This time it ends up in the back of the net as Jack Coles taps it into a yawning cage. And finally the deadlock is broken here late in the second half, 46 minutes into this one. And it's Jack Coles who puts that one into the back of the net. Off of yet another sweet feed from Nicholas Diamato. Now Orange starting off with it again. McCutcheon. Over for Montgomery. Montgomery looking for options. Reverses field back to Mattia. Mattia trying to go all the way down the pitch here as Orange trying to control this one in the opposing half. Now that one played up this time for Job, and Job just loses it as Lawley tried to get it to him. It's Price now with it. I believe that one was called offside, so free kick here for Price. Plays it back to his goaltender. Rochwan. Outside for Peel. Peel reverses fields once again. Here's Price. Price up the middle for Rochwan. Rochwan outside. Blue does a great job of holding on to this ball once again. Here's Hayes in the middle for Starling. Starling. Whole lots of green in front of him. Plays it off for Ellis. Up to Peel. Peel. Long ball to reverse fields for Bolduc. Bolduc. Back to Hayes. Hayes. Looking for Ellis in the middle, and Ellis got a foot to it, but that one just wide, and I believe it's going to be called offside as well. So free kick coming up here for the Orange team. 1-0 the score here as Blue finally broke the deadlock in what has been a game where both teams have gone back and forth. Hasn't been a lot of goals. Both goaltenders have been up to the task, but there's been a lot of midfield play. And finally, inside the opposing box, a great setup from Diamato sets up a tap-in for Jack Coles. Now played up the middle. Here's Peel. Outside for Gopher. Back to Peel. Peel stops up. Goes back to Price. Price with it now. Outside to Bolduc. Over for Price. Here's Rochwan to Starling in the middle. Outside for Bolduc. Bolduc just going to play it back to Price here as the clock slowly working against Orange here. They need some quick offense, and they need it now. Diamato stepped into by McCutcheon. Now played outside for Gopher, but Montgomery does a great job to read that one. It'll be a goal kick coming up here for Orange. .49 minutes passed in this one. Orange needs offense, and it needs it now. Here's the substitutions coming out for Orange. As I didn't quite see how much extra time we were going to get in this one, but this one for Orange, they're going to need that offense to come quite literally right this second. I can't see them getting more than one or two more attacks at it. Derek Sun turned over there to Gopher. It's Peel with it again. Peel goes back to McMillan. You can see the referee checking his watch. Peel reverses Fields. Here's Bolduc. Bolduc has got decent support with him. Plays in the middle for Starling, but that's a great read by McDowell. But Price able to clear this one down. Looking for Diamato. Jack Cole's on it. Quickly taken away from him by Mattia. Mattia. And that will do it. That is your full-time whistle here for Game 6. The final score 1-0 for Team Blue or Team 7. As it was a sweet feed in front that set up Jack Coles for a tap-in goal. Once again, you've been watching FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine for some fantastic football here at Surrey Newton Athletic Park. I am Liam Higgs. You're watching on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. Don't go too far, as we'll be right back here in a few moments with Game 7 between Team 5 in the blue and Team 8 in the orange. Hello fans and welcome back to the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine. Once again, I am Liam Higgs and you're watching the senior boys side of things right now. This is game 7 of the day. Team 5 in the blue, team 8 in the orange. As blue working it through midfield. It's Virgo. Had a great game last game. Had scored a stellar goal to win the game for blue in that one. I should mention as well the starting goalies here for the first half. In net for Team Blue, Xavier Gunnarsson, and in net for Team Orange, Logan Nicole. As we are off and underway for this one. As Virgo gets sent hard to the ground there by Makuchian. As Munson starting on the back end here for Team Blue. Conte trying to go up the pitch, and that one's turned away by Lolly. Now along the sideboards, trying to keep it in play here is Silenko, and after some dangles from himself, he's going to be awarded the free kick there. As the wind died down for a bit, but starting to pick up again here. Liv Munson with a strike from the free kick. That one just wide outside of the post. This is Logan Nicole with it now for Team Orange off the goal kick. This one played out wide for Sylvie. Now played back for Mattia. Mattia plays this one in the middle for Rashwan. Rashwan for Job. Job stops up. He gets it into the middle to McDowell. Back to Mattia. Mattia tries to play this one long for Job, and it's going to be broken up quickly there by the goaltender, Xavier Gunnarsson. Now Conte with it. As him and Burke go back and forth. Munson go back and forth. Now this one out wide for Joe Reed. Munson. Back to Conte. Conte plays this one into the middle of the pitch, but it's quickly turned over. Here's Rashwan. Rashwan out wide. It's Sylvie. Sylvie for Team Orange in the middle to McDowell. Back to Mattia as Orange slow things down. Mattia plays it out wide, but quickly turned over. Solenko plays this one back for Mbetha. He looks for a long ball here. He eventually does actually end up getting it to Oliver Rigg. Rigg sends it back to his goaltender, Gunnarsson. Here's Munson with it now. Munson trying to take some space before playing it out wide for Reed. Reed reverses field. Back to Conte. Some nice build up here for Blue. Conte now looking for a long pass here to Solenko, who tried to go for a bit of a scorpion kick there, but maybe a little bit too fancy as that one ends up going out of play. So we'll have a throw in here early for Orange. As we're a few minutes into the half here, and this one played up for Conte. Conte on the interception. Walks in for Blue. And that one also intercepted right back. Here's Rashwan for Orange, trying to find Paylor, and that one well ahead of him. So Gunnarsson gets there first. Reed, pressured by Sun. Into the middle for Mbetha. Mbetha tried to give it to Ramsey, but a good challenge here from Orange in the midfield. As McDowell gets him, and Virgo with an amazing challenge there as he's able to take Rodriguez off the ball there. Or sorry, that was Fletcher Geddes Dionofrio, sorry. So Geddes Dionofrio wanted the foul on that, and I don't blame him, but I think Virgo did a great job of getting to the ball. As Nicole now plays this one out wide for Lawley. Solanco. Nice move by Lawley to get around him, but Mbetha there for the help, but looks like a free kick going to be awarded in favor of Blue. So Mbetha setting up now for the free kick. His boot is undone. I'm sure he'll notice that in a bit here. Mbetha now, near post cross. Turned aside by Orange. Solanco now. 1-on-2 on the wing. Tries to split the defense. What a move by Solanco. Trying to do it all himself on the left foot, and a great chance, and on the rebound it's cleared off the line. Oh, what a chance for Blue off a great individual effort by Solanco. But a great clearance by his defender. I believe that one came from Makuchian, sorry. And Blue, by a sliver, is able to be kept off the scoreboard here. And they're going to try and build it up again in their own half. Reed to Mbetha. Tries to reverse Fields. As Ramsey now plays it out wide. Blue going for a bit of a long ball here. Makuchian. Has that one go off of him, and then one of the Blue players and out. Couldn't quite tell who that was, but regardless, it's a throw in here for Orange. Geddes Dionofrio. Dionofrio loses that one. Now it's Blue back the other way. Could be a great chance for Blue. That one ends up going off one of the defenders and out. I believe that was Makuchian again with another great defensive effort, and it will be a corner kick coming up here for Blue. As this is Oliver Rigg from the corner. Cleared out by Makuchian. Joe Reed's there for Blue, though. Trying to keep this one in play is Blue, but a great challenge there along the touchline for Lawley. Conte with it now. Now this one played once again by Blue. Now played back by Orange. They continue to send this one out. Is Conte now. Working it again here for Blue. Now played up to Virgo. Rochwan able to take it off him, though. Rochwan, lots of bodies forward here for Orange. That was McDowell. Turned aside by Blue as McDowell couldn't get into the box. Orange maintain possession here. Good challenge by Blue. Here goes Virgo. Virgo now. A bad challenge there, and that will be our first, one of our first free kicks awarded in this game. As halftime approaching here shortly. Conte lining up. Another free kick here for Blue. As Mbetha trying to cut inside. He's quickly challenged by Geddes D'Onofrio. Out wide here for Blue. Back to Conte. Blue trying to set something up out of their own half. And Besta plays this one back to Munson. Over to Conte. Conte with time. Plays this one out wide for Reed. Reed back to Munson. Over to Conte. Now Virgo. Into the middle. Now it's out wide for Solunko. And Bessa back to Munson. Over to Conte. This one sent all the way out wide, looking for Solunko. Solunko, we've seen him do great work from this spot before. To Virgo on his left foot, and that one just wide of the goal, ends up on top of the net. We're going to see a goal kick coming up here for Nicole. As it's Logan Nicole now taking the free kick here. And off the goal kick, that one ends up going out of play for a throw-in. So Blue now with it. Into the middle. This is Virgo. Virgo thrown to the ground there by Makuchian. It looks like we're going to line up for a free kick off of that one. In favor of Blue. Some substitutions made as well. As Virgo coming off the pitch. I thought he had a great game in his first game out here today. Obviously scored the game winner. He's had a couple of good looks already in this one. Conte looking to swing this one in. Ends up just outside the box with Solunko. Blue trying to maintain possession of it. Can't do so. Here's Paylor. D'Onofrio loses it to Mbessa, and they're going to call it a free kick here. And this one just outside the box for Blue, and a chance for them to go for goal. And what could be a screamer. Is Mbessa. Going to tie that boot that I mentioned has been untied for quite a while now. And he's going to, I would assume, look for goal here. And Bessa walks in, has a strike, and that one ends up going off the wall. As Paylor tries to get to it for Orange. Solunko now, outside for Blue. Once again, sent into the box by Blue, but that one ahead of everyone, so it's Logan Nicole's ball here for a goal kick. Logan Nicole plays this one. His closest defender now out wide for Silvray. Now up top for Job. Job tried to get into the middle for Paylor, but that one turned aside by Burke. And played back here for Gunnarsson. And once again out wide here for Blue. That one turned over once again. Here's Cara for Orange. Cara going to leave this one for Montgomery. Looking for a long throw in, looking for McDowell. As it's Cara once again. Montgomery on the throw in, gets it in the middle for Paylor. Paylor into the middle. There's McDowell. McDowell out wide. Orange can't find the shot though, as Silvray with it again here for Orange. In midfield. Tries to go for a long shot, and that one blocked by Mbessa, and here goes Blue. Blue now with it. Taking it out wide, and almost a great move there, but it's a good tackle by Geddes Dionofrio. It's Paylor. Now with it, just outside the box. Played into the middle, and it's turned aside there. A great job getting in the way of that one was Burke. So throw in here for Montgomery for Orange. Montgomery into the middle. It's McDowell. McDowell back to Hebden. Trying to get it to Paylor in the middle. It's turned over. So here's Blue once again. Geddes Dionofrio trying to play it up for Cara. Dutt plays it over for Burke. Burke reverses field to Conte. Conte looks like he fakes it back to his keeper. Nice little move there before getting it back into the middle to Mbessa. Conte with a risky pass gets it through Baylor, and it's sent back up to Brenneman. Brenneman turns it over. So now Orange on the attack. Cara to Paylor, and Burke got a good chunk of Cara there. So that will be a free kick coming up, this time just outside the box for Orange, and a chance for them to go at goal, as both teams have yet to break the deadlock here. There's a free kick coming up here. This one for Orange. Cara and Paylor. The two outside looking like they're going to take it. His goaltender Xavier Gunnarsson trying to direct the wall. Here's Cara. Cara with a strike, and that one, well, that one goes over top of everything there, and looks like we'll have to find a new ball. And it is quite windy here in Surrey, and I'll tell you what, when the ball catches that wind, it goes way up and out of play like that. So the long shots might not be the name of the game here today. As Xavier Gunnarsson going to take it for a goal kick for Conte. Plays this one out wide for Hopkins. Hopkins with it again. Back for Conte. Conte over for Dutt. Dutt back for Burke. Burke pressured by Paylor as he finds Conte. Conte into the middle for Ramsey. Ramsey pressured quite quickly here by Geddes Dionofrio. So he'll go back to his center mid position. It's Conte here now. There's some good ball movement here by Blue, trying to build up down the right side wing, and Brenneman just couldn't get his head to that one, but Mbessa's still with it. Mbessa looking out wide for Rigg. Here's Oliver Rigg. Into the middle for Butcher. Butcher walks right in and tries to play it into the middle, but that one ends up on the foot of Geddes Dionofrio. Cara. Long ball here for Paylor. What a ball it is as Burke couldn't knock it down. Now Paylor, sliding challenge from Conte, and Paylor trying to go near post, but that one well wide as it hits the side of the net. Thought he might try and center that one once more, but decided to get it on target, just missing the net. As Gunnarsson trying to direct the traffic here. Gunnarsson. Gave it to Butcher, back to Burke, over to Conte. Have to be careful as Orange is pushed up quite a bit here, and all they have to do is intercept one pass, and it could be pretty dangerous for Blue. In the middle to Mbessa. And then Betha plays it over for Conte, who tries to go way out wide to Silcon, and that one is intercepted by Montgomery. Solonko, here he comes again. Solonko with a long shot, and that one looked like it went off the head of Geddes Dionofrio, but he shakes that one off. Blue still with it. And Betha up to Solonko. Solonko up top for Conte as Blue slows it down. Conte for Butcher. Butcher in a pretty dangerous spot. Can't get it out wide to Mbesta. And it's eventually cleared out by Montgomery. And it looks like we'll have another throw in here as halftime starting to loom for both of these teams. With the throw in now is Dutt. Dutt. Into the middle for Ramsey. Ramsey tries to go through Paylor, does so successfully. Now Burke, cross field, looking to connect with Hopkins, who he does. What a touch there by Hopkins to get away from Habden. Now Butcher, back to Conte. Back up to Brenneman. There's Brenneman here with pace, but the touch leaving a little bit to be desired there as it got away from him, and Orange is able to escape that attack. Now sent up by Nicole. This time out wide, here goes Job. Job, one-on-one with Burke, but coming out to get that one is Gunnarsson, as he was quick onto that one. Still a 0-0 tie here at this one. Once again, I'm Liam Higgs. You're watching FTF Canada and the Vancouver side of things for the March Break Combine. And you're watching it on FTF Canada's YouTube channel. It's been an exciting day here so far, and this one still yet to have a score in it. But it definitely feels like it's brewing. Orange has been pressing for the latter half of this few minutes here. Solonko bodies off Kara, escapes his challenge, gets it over to Conte. Conte tries to turn it upfield. Conte now, still moving upfield, over to Brenneman, who tries to give it back to Mbesta. Mbesta loses the puck, loses the ball. Gunnarsson going to slow things down completely here for Blue as they still trying to build up an attack out of their own half. Doing a really good job to escape a lot of this pressure from Orange as they have a lot of people moved upfield. Finally, Blue able to get some possession in the offensive half, but not for long as Lawley sends that one out of play as puts it off Brenneman. So it'll be a goal kick here by Nicole. Plays it for McCutcheon. Geddes Dionofrio to Montgomery. Montgomery into the middle to McDowell. Geddes Dionofrio out wide, looking for Habden. Habden. This one's back for Lawley. Habden again here at midfield. Brenneman gets there, but barely able to escape. It's Geddes Dionofrio. Escapes a couple of challenges, and that one hard in by Mbesta, but he's able to win it clean with a long shot. That one blocked by McCutcheon. Here's Silve. Silve looking for Job, and Conte, a nice job to step in there. Blue with it now. At the halfway point of this one is Blue got the ball back on the interception, but that will do it for halftime here. The score still 0-0 between Team 5 in the blue, Team 8 in the orange. Once again, I am Liam Higgs, and you're watching FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine. And you're watching it on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. Stick around, find out what happens here in the second half as we're just moments away from kickoff. So don't go too far away from this one. Welcome back, FTF Canada football fans. We're here with the Vancouver March Break Combine, and we are getting set here for the second half between Team 5 and Team 8. A little bit of a goaltending change is now in for Team 5 is Alessandro Favreau, and in for Team 8, Callum Abu-Mekrek is immediately Blue looking to get a chance here. Pretty even first half, I will admit. 0-0 still the score. Now Favreau with it now. Plays this one out wide for Munson. Favreau, pressured by Paylor. He's going to play this one up. It's Ambessa with it one more time in the midfield. Seen him a lot this afternoon. Now from his fullback spot, trying to play it over for Butcher. Trying to connect on the pass there was Bassi. Now, Orange with the counterattack. Here's Derek Sun. Derek Sun has it stripped off of him. As it's Butcher with it. Butcher down the field here. That one well out of reach of everyone else, so we'll have a goal kick coming up here in the first one of the game for Abu-Mekrek. His club team is the Calgary Villains. So he looks set to take the goal kick here. He goes outside to Derek Sun. Derek Sun off the header from McDowell. Sun now tries to play it into the middle. It's intercepted here. This one by Burke. Habden up for Paylor. Paylor. That one ends up going for a goal kick. Here's Favreau. Boots this one down. And that one also going to go all the way down here for a goal kick. Is Abu-Mekrek going to get a chance at it again? Abu-Mekrek outside for Lally. Lally. Long ball here. It's intercepted by Munson, and trying to keep it in is Blue, but unable to. So Oliver Rigg going to throw this one in. Is Virgo back on the pitch for Blue here? Now it's out wide once again. It's a good challenge there. So Orange able to get the possession right back. Here's Montgomery. So Orange can't quite keep it in play. That one off the foot of Silvray. Here's Lawley with it again. Lawley up top to Paylor. Paylor out wide to Habden. Habden up top. Can't find the feet of Kara, so it's Blue back the other way. Blue now able to cut in, looking for a pass to Virgo. That was Solanco. He gets some help from Dutt as well. Eventually Orange able to win the ball back here in midfield. Nice move just outside of his own box by Rashwan. Montgomery looking for a long ball here, trying to connect with Paylor. Munson turns him aside, but Orange still on the attack. Out wide for Derek Sun. Sun with it now. Sun tries to cut in, and Munson, great job there stepping into him. Dutt for Virgo. Virgo loses that one to Montgomery, so we'll have another throw in here. Still a scoreless one in this one. Still 0-0 the score. As both of these teams try to break the 0-0 deadlock. As it's Burke. Looks to go cross pitch to Munson. Connects on that one. Munson into the middle. And the wind picking up here in Surrey. Rash one. Back down for Lawley. Kara back for Montgomery. Looked like he was going to play that one back to Mattia, but instead it goes all the way back to goaltender Abu Mekrak. Sylvain takes on a couple of blue attackers before getting it to Derek Sun. Derek Sun sends it back. It's intercepted by Munson, who is harassed by Paylor, but does a good job to get it back over to Burke. Now Munson looking cross field. Here's Solenko. Solenko trying to keep it in. Looks like he was just unable to, as Montgomery immediately signaled there and the referee agreed with him, so it will be a throw in for Orange. So Orange now with the throw in. Now back up top as it's Bassey here for blue. Outside to Solenko. Solenko cuts in, has a strike on his right, and that one just wide of the target. There'll be yet another goal kick coming up here for Abu Mekrak. He's going to hop the fence to go claim that one. Lawley plays it over to Mekrak, so here goes Abu Mekrak for his goal kick. This one up top, intercepted by Mbetha. Virgo out wide for Bassey. Bassey in the corner, and it's a good challenge by Sylvain. Sends this one out of play for yet another throw-in, or I believe this one's actually going to be a corner this time. So a chance for blue to break the deadlock as Dutt going to be taking the corner. Dutt now taking the corner. That one looks good, and a great bit of hand high there by Abu Mekrak. Does a nice job to get his mitts onto that one, and Orange could be off to the counterattack. Played way out wide for Kara. Kara beaten to the ball there, but he's able to get onto it on the second opportunity, and it will be a throw in here for Orange. Burke from his center back position, going for a bit of a solo effort there, but stepped into by Montgomery. So yet another throw in, this time for blue. Into the middle here for Butcher. As here goes Solenko. Solenko. Sends this one over for Dutt. Back to Solenko. Solenko with time here. Tries to go into the middle. And then on the second chance opportunity, Dutt with a long shot there, as they were looking for Oliver Rigg in the middle of the pitch. So Abu Mekrak, the goal kick here. Abu Mekrak plays it out wide. Sylvain, back for Lawley. Lolly looks to get it to Paylor, but Burke does a nice job to step up and intercept. Baylor. Back to Munson. Over to Butcher. Butcher now. Couple of nice moves here in midfield. Back to Mbesta. Mbesta. Out wide to Solanco. Solanco, one-on-one with Montgomery. Solanco, back to Mbesta. And Mbesta going to be knocked over there by Habden, no call. Back to Solanco. Solanco looking to cut in on his right, and that one takes a couple of bounces for sailing wide of the target there, and Oliver Rigg going to claim this one for a corner. Short corner here by Rigg. Up to Dutt. Back to Bassey. Bassey trying to cut back outside. Turned aside by Sun, and numbers here for Orange. Paylor leaves it for Derek Sun, but Sun beaten to the ball there. Nice defense by Blue as that was Munson. Now Favreau plays this one up for Solanco. Solanco played this one out wide, but Silvray there first. And we're going to have a whistle here as some substitutions being made for both these teams. So getting ready for a throw in here for Orange. Lolly back to his goaltender, Abu Mekrek. Long ball here looking for Paylor. Paylor, good touchdown. One-on-one with Conte. A great through ball if he has the pace, but can't quite get to it there is Job. Now out wide for Solanco. As Blue off the turnover here. Back to Munson. Here's Mbesta to Hopkins. Back to Mbesta. Some good passing here from Blue. Here's Brenneman into the middle. Mbesta on his left. Going to play it inside. Solanco. And that one just behind him. Otherwise, it could have been a really good chance for Blue. As Blue in the second half has spent a lot of their time in the offensive side of the pitch. But the score still 0-0 here in Game 7 of the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine. These are the senior boys, and every single game between these teams has been extremely close. Job turned aside by Conte. As Mattia gets it up to Habden on the outside of his foot. Gets this one over for Paylor. Paylor inside. And it's Orange on the attack. Here's Sun. Here's Sun with it. Sun on the outside. Sun now trying to make a move around Conte, who makes a good tackle there. And we're going to see a corner coming up here for Orange. So corner coming up here. This one whipped in. That one nearly outside of the box as Makuchian wasn't expecting that. And it could be a chance here for Blue. Virgo gets around Sylvain, but Makuchian does a good job to get back to take him off it. Here's Ramsey. Ramsey at midfield. Tackled by Habden, but the loose ball gotten to first by Solanco. Solanco, little chip pass there looking for Brenneman. That one well behind him, so that one's going to go out of play, and we'll see yet another throw in here for Orange. It's Lolly over to Rashwan. Rashwan with a great move there on Brennan. Showing off the skill moves. Rashwan. Back to Makuchian. Makuchian. Far side here. And run out of real estate there by Solanco as I believe that was Chohan. Orange still with it, though. Here's Lawley. Little no-look pass for Sun, intercepted by Hopkins. That one well out of play. Took a little while for the whistle, but regardless, still going to be a throw in here for Orange. Lawley looking for options. Looks like he's going to go back to Makuchian, who's pressured quickly by Virgo. And Bessa does a great job reading that one, but can't quite control the pass. So Mattia into the middle for Habden. Habden back to Mattia. Over for Geddes Dionofrio. Now into the middle for Paylor. Paylor with a chance, and that one ends up in the back of the net as Paylor, I mentioned it. Blue had chance after chance, but all it takes is one, and Roman Paylor with the finish. And it's 1-0 here. The deadlock is broken finally, as Orange on the counterattack make it 1-0. Ramsey over to Mbessa. Munson back to Mbessa. Out wide for Hopkins. Conte. Back to Munson. Gets it over for Conte. He gets this one up for Solanco. Solanco. A good challenge there from Orange, and Solanco forced to pick it up for a throw-in. As Mbessa loses this one to Habden, and Orange back on the attack. Orange has numbers. Plays this one over for Rashwan. Rashwan back outside for Habden. Habden outside for Sylvain. And that one's quickly brought in here by Blue. He's trying to go for a long pass here to Brenneman, but that one's going to escape him and make it all the way back to Abu Mekrek. Who gives it to Makuchian. Makuchian up top for Paylor. Paylor, the lone goal scorer so far in this one. He's been pressing all game, and even the game before we saw him had a couple of good looks. Finally able to find the back of the net. And that's the difference in this one so far. As Hopkins with the throw in here to Virgo. That one broken up by Lale, and I believe that's going to be a corner kick coming up. Is Dutt going to take this one? A corner coming up for Blue, and a chance for them to get this one tied late in the game. Whipped in now by Dutt. Dutt, back post, and Abu Mekrek. Great tracking all night long. Does a great job again to find that one, and not only find it, but corral it in. Blue with it. Now in their own half. It's Conte here, near side. Tries to get it up for Brenneman. It's turned over now, back the other way. It's Geddes Dionofrio. Geddes Dionofrio tried to go outside on Hopkins, and looked like he tripped over his own feet there, and Favreau able to calmly bring that one in. Munson. Still with it is Blue. It's Ramsey now just below midfield, and they're going to call a free kick for that one as Munson with a good move around Paylor. And Bessa up the field here for Blue. Dutt out wide for Solanco. Solanco is collapsed on quickly there by multiple Orange defenders. Habden tries to go cross pitch for Sun. Broken up by Hopkins, who gets it to Brenneman. And Bessa here at midfield to Solanco. Here's Habden again. Habden. Back down for Geddes Dionofrio. Over for Rashwan. Rashwan tries to escape Brennan. Now Mbessa, a long pass here for Virgo, who thought he kept it onside, but wasn't able to. So a late offside here for Blue on what could have been a chance for them to tie the game. Makuchian up for Lully. Lully, little outside inside move, now cuts in. Lully with a long shot, that one above the net there. Favreau not tested. Favreau over for Munson. Lully with the header. Here's Hopkins with it now. Hopkins tried to play it over for Munson. It's quickly intercepted as Orange getting onto the attack. And a slide challenge there. They're going to call the foul there on Geddes Dionofrio. As Conte now with the free kick. Conte gets this one up to midfield. Now back to Conte. Blue still maintains possession. This one over for Munson. Here's Ramsey with it now. Virgo tried to find Solanko, but Brenneman's there for Blue, but getting there first is Makuchian. Sun tries to split both the Blue defenders, does so successfully. It's a great through pass here. Here's Habden, or sorry, that's Job, and a good sliding challenge there by Munson. Blue needs some quick offense. Here's Mbessa. Is Blue trying to work it up the pitch. Solanko tries to go back cross pitch looking for Brenneman, who gets to the loose ball first. Conte for Munson. Back to Favreau. Here's Conte. Conte gets this one over for Hopkins before he's pushed off of it by Sun. Throw in here for Brenneman. Brenneman now. Back to Munson. Munson. Over for Ramsey. Here's Mbessa. Now played to midfield. Here's Geddes Dionofrio. Geddes Dionofrio. Out wide for Sylvain. Sylvain still with possession. Tried to get it to Geddes Dionofrio, but Mbessa's interception. Tries to play it long for Brenneman. Brenneman. Stopped up by Lolly. Lolly, and has to be careful as Abu Mekrak almost gave Blue a freebie there. As Blue continues to press. Sylvain. Back to Mattia. Mattia. Back to Abu Mekrak. As Orange going to start to try and slow this one down. Up 1-0 is Orange here in Game 7 of the FTF Canada March Break Combine. And they're going to look to try and close this one out. Here's Habden. Habden up the pitch, looking for Lolly. Sun gets there first. Sun tried a little bit of a back heel there, broken up by Hopkins. Geddes Dionofrio. Orange back on the attack. Here's Geddes Dionofrio, cuts in. Could be a great chance for him. And one more tried to cut back outside, but Munson with a great challenge. And Mbessa showing off some of his skills there in midfield, and he's able to get it up to Solanko. Solanko out wide here for Virgo. Virgo into the middle. That one's broken up by Lolly. Here's Sun. Sun. And that will do it here for this one. As Game 7 Ends in a 1-0 scoreline for Team Orange. As Team Blue had some great chances towards the end. They started to mount a bit of a comeback, but couldn't beat Abu Mekrek. Another close one here for the senior boys here in the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine. I am Liam Higgs, and you are watching here on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. Excited to bring you the last game of the day, Game 8 between Team 7 and Team 6. Team 7 in the blue, Team 6 in the orange. Stick around, don't go too far, as that one up next shortly. And welcome back, folks, for your last game of the day here for the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine. Sorry about a little bit of some technical issues here on our side. But this one between Team 7 in the blue, Team 6 in the orange. Goaltenders for Team Blue, Owen McMillan. And for the orange, Bodie Gray. As orange now with a free kick here early. As this is Tyson Church. Sends this one in just past Gopher here on the far side. And that one I thought might have went out, but it didn't. So orange able to maintain possession, but it is eventually sent out here. As Esquera still with it here on that far side, looking to cross it in and able to pick that one off is McMillan. Simpson now with it. Plays this one down to Tyson Church, who tried to cross it in, ends up getting blocked, so it will be a corner kick coming up here for Team Orange. And looking to cross this one in, it will be Isaiah Sabarzo. Far cross here, looking for that back post. A couple of headers, and that one just over top of the crossbar. As it looked like it was Tyson Church who got the last touch on that one. And McMillan in goal now on the goal kick for Peel. Sends it up for Ellis. Ellis sent back to Peel. Here's Gopher with it. Gopher looking to get it to Diamato. Is quickly bodied out here by DiNicola. DiNicola and a Diamato with a shot there from a sharp angle. As DiNicola was in the way. So it will be a corner kick coming up here for Hayes. Hayes now on the corner kick. Whips it in perfectly, but able to get a head on it first was Simpson. Orange clears it, so it will be a throw-in. Here's Bolduc now for Blue. Bolduc throws this one in to Aotobi. Simpson over to Popoff. Intercepted by Bolduc. In the middle for Hayes. Hayes now with it. Hayes tried to find Ellis. That was intercepted by Tyson Church. Here's Hayes. Once again sent back to Ellis. Now back the other way is Orange. As Peel strips him of the ball, and he's got a chance to play a long through ball here for Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to get there, but run out of real estate. Quickly here by Burglar Can. So a throw in coming up for Blue. Rodriguez here at the side of the box. Going to whip this one in. Back post, and Diamato going for a fancy flick there. Couldn't get all of it. Here's Peel over to Gopher. Gopher sent back to meet Diamato. Diamato whips it in far side, but that one over top of everyone. So that one out of play. And will be a goal kick coming up here for Orange. Once again, the goaltender for Orange here is Bodie Gray. Goaltender for Blue, Owen McMillan. And my name is Liam Higgs. I'm so blessed to be back here for yet another FTF Canada football combine. And in front, Ellis just about checked DiNicola right into his own net. Peel played it back for McMillan. Here's Price. Price has to be careful. He's got Simpson right on top of him. Now Starling out wide to Bolduc. Now Popoff one-on-one with Starling with a good challenge there. Gets it to Bolduc. Into Ayatobi. As Tyson Church sends this one up, looking for Sabarzo. Sabarzo one-on-one with Peel, and Peel gets there first. That one out of play here for a throw-in. I believe it's going to be in favor of Orange. So back in play here, and it's Blue with the ball. It's Haynes. Hayes, one-on-one with Burglar Can, who was great defensively in his first game here for Orange. And he tries to send that one up. He's checked off the ball and out of play, so a throw-in coming up for Orange as Hayes gets a foot in on that. A Burglar Can with a throw-in. Here's Simpson. Tries to play it up for Popoff. It's headed away by Price. Rodriguez into the middle for Hayes. Ayatobi. Ayatobi with it. Plays this one all the way back for Bolduc. Bolduc. Back for Price. Cross pitch here for Peel. Peel out wide to Gopher. Gopher sends it all the way down for Diamato. Diamato one-on-one with DiNicola, and he tries to send it back post. I think that might have hit one of the Orange defenders. I think we might have a corner coming up here. As Shah Jahan was the one that stepped into Diamato there. Short corner. Cross cleared away by Orange. Bolduc pressured by Sabarzo. Sabarzo now coming down with some support, but stepped into by Price. So this one sent back to McMillan. McMillan over to Peel. Peel. Is this one over for Gopher? Now it's Gopher once again with it. Returns it to Peel. Peel. Looked like he might try to reverse fields for a moment for playing this one in the middle to Starling. Starling checked by his 85 counterpart. That's Sabarzo. Now Bolduc. Back for Price. Price. Over to Hayes. Hayes. Back to Price. Price just going to give this one back to his goalkeeper. So McMillan with it. McMillan plays this one out wide for Peel. It's Peel with it now. Back to McMillan once again. McMillan up for Hayes. Here's Peel. Substitutions getting ready for Blue. Long ball here looking for Ellis. Can Ellis get there first? Looks like DiNicola's going to get there first, and Orange able to clear it away off of a nice clearance there by Ethan Smith. So a throw in here. It's time for Orange. Sorry, for Blue. It's Gopher. Over to Ayatobi. He's pressured by 3 Orange players, and it looks like Esquire is going to get the best of them before trying to get it up to Popoff. So all 4 of these games between the senior boys have been extremely close. We haven't had a game more than a 2-goal deficit or 2-goal margin. And so far it looks like it's following the same script here. Trying to reverse pitch here. And that one well out of play, so it'll be a throw-in coming up, this time for Blue. Is Bolduc going to get this one back from Price? Bolduc into the middle for Starling. He's checked there, and it was quite aggressive from Tyson Church. So Bolduc with it. Boots this one. Trying to go far side, looking for Ellis. Broken up by DiNicola. Here's Borge. Borge out wide for Burglar Can, who sends this one out of play as well. So Bolduc into the middle. Orange with another interception here at midfield. Here goes Tyson Church. Tyson Church out wide. Here's Esquera. Esquera looking to cut in, and he looks like he's going to be able to, but a good step in there by Peel breaks that one up. The defending of Team 7, the blue team, has been great all day, and now it could be a chance at the other end. Here comes Gray out to intercept that one as blue had a couple attackers forward. Here's Burglar Can. Burglar Can gets it around Hayes. Price is there, though. Price challenged there by Popoff, and that one going to be called for a free kick, so Price takes it quickly. Toby back for Baldock. Baldock into the middle. Here's Hayes. Back to the keeper. McMillan with it now. Peel up the middle to Starling. Now Sabarzo. Sabarzo up to Esquera. Esquera looking to cross it in. Can't get it through Gopher, though. Clears it out of danger. Sahajahan goes far side. Orange trying to keep it in, but unable to do so. And getting there first was Logan Simpson. Now Gray pushing everyone forward. Sorry, McMillan. Finally, Peel. Long ball here. Looking for Rodriguez. Played away by Di Nicola. Di Nicola cleared it away, and now Orange with it here at midfield. Borges back to Di Nicola. Now into the middle. Here's Simpson. Simpson with it out wide. Trying to get it back from Sabarzo. But just ahead of him, so blue with possession of it again. Here's Price. Price tried to get it through Sabarzo, and it could be a counterattack here for Simpson, but broken up once again here on the near side by Baldock. It looks like we're going to get some substitutions here for both teams. And once again, I'll mention I'm very happy to be here for yet another Combine hosted by FTF Canada. And you are watching the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine here in 2026. And so far, you are watching on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. Sorry for the technical difficulties at the start of this game. Is looking for a throw-in is Jacob Boyd. He just got on the pitch. Here's Xavier Matthews, turned aside quickly there by Baldock. Boyd. Still a throw-in deep in opposing territory for Orange. Xavier Matthew. Plays this one into the middle. And Boyd hauled down there by Baldock, and it looks like we're going to get a free kick here right outside of the box for Orange. So Boyd with it now. Boyd. Some movement here in the box for Orange as they try and break the deadlock. Boyd whips it in. That one cleared away and just over top of the net. That was Coles on the header as he got it away from Taurus. So McMillan plays this one over for Peel. Peel up for Gopher. Gopher tried to stick with it, tried to get it back to the inside to Rochwan, but couldn't connect. So Gopher still in the middle. It's McMillan now in his own goal. He's going to play this one well outside, and that one just ahead of Baldock. So Xavier Matthew gets it back here off the throw-in. Stripped away by Baldock. Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez into the middle. Is out wide here for Gopher. It's from Rochwan, and here goes Orange once again. It's Borge. Borge out wide for Matthew. Matthew, one-on-one with Bolduc, who plays it into the middle. Here's Rochwan again. Back for Peel. Peel, pressured by Sabarzo, so he'll leave it for McMillan. Over to Gopher. Gopher. Up the wing. Tries to play it for Coles, makes its way to Ellis, and he tried to play it back, but quickly turned over to Borge. Borge. Back to Tyson Church. Here goes Xavier Matthew. Matthew, nice sliding challenge there by Bolduc. Sends him out of play, so it'll be yet another throw in here for Orange. As is Jacob Boyd with it now. Boyd. Into the middle. Great find for him. Is trying to handle this one is Church. Back up top to Taurus, but can't quite pull the trigger as Coles is there to meet him. Good defensive effort by Jack Coles, who was a goal scorer in the first game here for Team 7. Gopher. Around Taurus. Plays it into the middle for Rochwan. Intercepted. Now Orange on the attack. Here's Matthew with it. Matthew trying to go out wide for Boyd. It's intercepted by Rodriguez. Rodriguez plays this one up for Pressener, who on the outside of his foot, it's a great ball for Ellis. Ellis, and a huge sliding challenge there from Emmett Smith. And looks like it will be a corner coming up here. Sorry, goal kick. Goal kick going to be taken by Bodie Gray, goalkeeper for Orange here in the first half. Tyson Church looking long for Taurus. Taurus now into the middle, and that one escapes everybody right through the box, and looks like the goalkeeper's warming up as well as we start to near the halfway mark of this game. Shahajahan plays it back. Borge for Di Nicola. Him and Emmett Smith, or Ethan Smith, sorry, have switched center back positions. McMillan now out wide for Peel. Peel to Gopher. Gopher here on the far side to Rochwan. Rochwan looking for help. Gives it back to Peel. Peel going to boot this one, looking for a long ball for Ellis. Ellis, one-on-one in a race for it here, and it looks like he got a piece of it as he won the race for that loose ball, getting around Ethan Smith. And I do believe this will be a corner kick coming up. And some substitutions for the blue team here. Still a 0-0 score between these two teams. Corner being taken right here. Here's Hayes, who had a great game last time out. And Hayes whips this one in near post, and coming out to get it was Bodie Gray. Gets it for Landon King. It's King. Plays it over for Jahajahan. Finally cleared away here by Orange. But it's right to Bolduc with a long strike there. And that one over top of everything. So will be a goal kick coming up here for Bodie Gray. As we take a second here to go retrieve that one. Or find another ball as that one went well up and out of play. halftime looming here for these two teams. Still 0-0 the score here for the last game of the day. DiNicola plays this one down, looking for Jacob Boyd. Jacob Boyd gets on top of it. He'll be hawked down here by Bolduc, but Boyd, some good strength to stay on the ball. Into the middle now for Borge. Borge looking for a shot. That one's blocked by Price, and a big block at that as Orange. Another good look at goal here. Blue has been playing fantastic defense all day long, and that continues. Hayes on the outside of his foot, looking to find D'Amato. D'Amato tries to go through the legs of DiNicola. Nicola breaks that up. Rashwan on the outside. Going to be turned aside by Torres. Now, here's Sabarzo. Tried to play it through the middle, looking for that through pass. Broken up by Price. And again, that defense prevails here for Blue. Now looking for another long pass, this time to Jack Coles. Coles, there's some good strength there on Shahjahan, and that will be a free kick awarded for Orange. Or it looks like a throw-in. Shahjahan to Torres. Torres turned aside quickly by Starling. So this will be a throw-in for Blue now. Blue looking for that long throw, and another free kick awarded here. This time it's going to go in favor of Orange. DiNicola looking for a pass. He's able to find one. Broken up quickly by Bolduc. Does a good job to get up there and get ahead on it. Borge back to DiNicola. Over to Jacob Boyd. Boyd now out wide. Here's Borge. Borge, and he goes right through Bolduc, who does a good job to get a challenge in on him. Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez back the other way, outside for Hayes. Hayes one-on-one with DiNicola, tries to take it outside, and DiNicola gets there first, but Rodriguez in for support, goes across the box, and that one off the foot of D'Amato, but couldn't get on target, and then a long shot there from Blue well wide. So some good attacking efforts here from Blue to try and break the deadlock. So it looks like yet another substitution coming in here, this time for Blue. As Joseph Pressner taken off for Ayatobi. Here's the goal kick by Bodie Gray. So up the field now. DiNicola going for a long ball here onto McMillan, as couldn't connect with Torres. McMillan to Ayatobi. That one. Nice move by Ayatobi as he's able to get it up here for D'Amato, but nice job by Ethan Smith getting back into play. Takes it off of Jack Coles. As Rashwan does a great job, avoids the challenge of three Orange players, tries to cut in, but the fourth one gets him. A great tackle at that by Ethan Smith. Smith with it now. Smith, lots of time in his own box. Smith looking for a long pass there, once again trying to spring Torres. That one out of play. So we'll have yet another throw-in. Is Ayatobi one-on-one with Matthew. Now out wide for Bolduc. Bolduc, and that will do it here for the first half of this one. As the score after the first half between Team 7 and Team 6, this will be a 0-0 game so far. Once again, I am Liam Higgs. All the games have been close for the senior boys so far. I expect no different for this one. We'll be right back here. You're watching the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine. Stick around, though, as you are watching on the FTF Canada YouTube channel for the second half here of the last game of the day between Team 7 in the blue and Team 6 in the orange. We'll have the goaltender changes coming up as well soon here. Like I said, stick around. We'll be right back with your second half action of this one. And welcome back, fans, to the FTF Canada Vancouver March break 2026. I'm Liam Higgs, and once again, you're joining us through the FTF Canada football channel, our YouTube channel. And after the corner there for Orange, it's Blue getting started. Orange, though, nice interception in the middle. It's Tyson Church, and should mention the goaltending change as well. Now in net for Team Blue, Xavier Gunnarsson, and in net for Team Orange is Logan Nicole. As we have yet another corner coming up here for Orange, this one being taken by Torres. Torres now whips this one in. This one falls down perfectly in the box, but it's cleared by Ayatobi. Ayatobi now with it. Able to play this one up, but D. Nicola breaks it up. Xavier Matthew now. Matthew on the far side. Great sliding challenge there by Bolduc, and it'll be yet another corner. So to start the second half, 3 corners back to back here for Team 6. As we are still even Steven, still 0-0 here. Getting set to take this one. This one looking like a good cross, but it goes through everyone as a couple looks at it there for some Orange players. As this one played by Popoff. Now Peel with a long ball looking for Diamato on the counterattack, but getting there first is Logan Nicole. Jack Coles with it now, who played the hero last time here for Team 7. Inching them to a 1-0 win. Sajahan able to escape the check of Jack Coles. Does a good job of it as well for getting it up for Simpson, who's pressured by Price. Simpson still with it. Is this one now far side? Played over for Jack Coles. As it's Starling now with it. Plays it up. Looking for Diamato. Diamato. One-on-one with D. Nicola, and a great play there by D. Nicola to win the ball back and keep it in play, but immediately turns it over. Here's Hayes. Hayes on the far side, looking for a cross, eventually gets one through, but no one on the receiving end of it. Here's Ayatobi. Ayatobi playing this one back. This one's headed to safety by Ethan Smith. Jack Coles able to keep it in play, though. Jack Coles trying to center it. D. Nicola stays on top of it. Orange messes it up in their own box after Ethan Smith bobbled it. Eventually cleared away. And Starling now with the throw in here from the right side. So we have some substitutions being made as London King coming off for Orange. Starling into the middle for Diamato. Intercepted quickly. Here goes Orange. Here goes Torres. Off of a good play there, and a big challenge by Peel sends Torres hard to the floor. As Tyson Church tried to spring Torres quickly off the bit of a counterattack going there for Orange. Esquera tried to play it into Torres, but it's broken up by Blue, and I believe this will be a throw in here for Orange. So Torres going to take this one. Torres looking for some support. Throws this one into Esquera. Esquera challenged by Starling. Now played into the middle for Blue. As Hayes sends it up for Coles. Coles, plenty of pace on him. Can he get around Shahjahan? Coles eventually does escape him before whipping it in, and coming out to receive that one is Logan Nicole. Logan Nicole holds on to this one. Over to D. Nicola. D. Nicola gets around Coles, lays it off to Popoff. Now Shah Jahan with a little through pass here for Simpson down the side. Simpson now with it. Tried to play it into the middle. That one's blocked there. Some good effort there by Peel. A throw in now for Orange. Immediately intercepted by Peel. Toby. Up for Hayes. Hayes now. Plays this one out wide for Starling. Starling. Intercepted by Shah Jahan. Now played over for Coles. Coles looking to cross that one into the middle for Diamato, but didn't quite get the curve on it. It is pretty windy here in Surrey, so at times the wind can catch the ball and take it wherever it pleases. There's a long pass here for Orange. Just out of reach of Simpson. Starling able to keep it in for Blue. Starling to Peel. Peel running out of real estate. Back to Starling, and tries to get it up the wing there, but no one there on the receiving end, so a throw in here for Orange. Shahjahan on the throw in the middle for Simpson, or Esquera, sorry. Tried to go back to Esquera, but just behind him, D. Nicola gets there first. Here's Tyson Church. Back to Shahjahan. Tries to go for a long cross, trying to reverse pitch, but over top of Matthew. Here's Jacob Boyd. Boyd with it. Looking for a cross of his own, and that one looked like it might have went off a bullduck and out, so this will be yet another corner for Orange. Their fourth one of the half already. As they're going to try and make this one count. Still 0-0 here at Newton Athletic Park out in Surrey. So Boyd going to be the one crossing it in. And he gets a hold of that one, and it's right in the middle, and it sits perfectly down. Can Orange get a foot to it? But eventually, Blue, it's Jack Coles, able to get a clear. Not fully out of danger yet, though. Burglar sends it back into the box. Quickly cleared by Blue. Blue trying to get a counterattack going. As Rashwan plays it up for Diamato. Is Diamato now with it? Down the side. As he tries to stop up, blows a tire. He's going to be checked off of it once again, but he gets some help this time by Rashwan. And Jack Cole's up there as well for Blue. Toby. Back for Starling. To Toby. And they're going to call a free kick here for Blue. Is coming to take it quickly as Peel. Peel now. Sent that one off the side of the head of Hayes. Don't think he meant to do that. Hayes seems to be all right. Now long ball here for Orange. It's Simpson now trying to get onto it. He's helped out by Torres. Torres forced to turn back around by Price before playing it out wide to Popoff. Popoff into the middle, and Simpson got a touch to it, but not a whole lot of power, and out to come get it. Was Bodie Gray. Or sorry, that's Xavier Gunnarsson. There's Hayes now with it for Blue in the opposing half. Hayes plays this one back for Price. Price down for Bolduc. Bolduc into the middle for Rashwan. Rashwan loses it out to Orange. Orange has the numbers. Could put together a counterattack here, but this one going to roll into Xavier Gunnarsson, who does a good job to take control of it. Stops Orange in their tracks. Can Blue get out of their own half, though? Is Boyd Plays this one down low. I believe that's Rashwan. To the far side and getting clattered into there. A big tackle onto Xavier Matthew. Did not get the ball, so this will for sure be a free kick in favor of the Orange team. And I can't quite tell who's down there. The sun does happen to be at a perfect level where it is quite hard to see right now. It is Xavier Matthew, who was clobbered there on the backtrack by Blue. Xavier Matthew going to have to be helped off the pitch. So resuming the match with 10 on the side of Orange right now, as Matthew's been a great contributor offensively so far here today. Currently on the sideline. Orange now trying to get to the attack with Simpson, but broken up quickly there by Ayatobi. Now back into the middle. Esquera. Back to Burglar Khan. Starling trying to break it up from him. Torres, though, on the outside. Continuing with it. Here goes Torres. Torres going to look to whip it in, and no one on the receiving end of that one. But Orange starting to mount some attacks here. Esquera downhill. That one broken up quickly by Ellis. Now it's Blue. Chance to counterattack. They get it up to Diamato. No offside. So Diamato still with it. Tried to play it over for Ellis. It's broken up quickly there by Orange. Allows the rest of Orange to get back and defend as Ethan Smith broke it up. Ethan Smith there yet again on Ayatobi. Now a long strike here, and that one in the back of the net for Blue is a long shot this time by Hayes. Makes this one 1-0 off of some great passing just outside the box. So 1-0 here for Team Blue as Orange, we're starting to put together some great attacks, but it's Blue who capitalize on theirs. Haven't had a whole lot of offense going forward for them in this half, but it doesn't matter. All it takes is one, and the 0-0 draw is broken. A long strike there for Hayes, who's been fantastic today. Already had a goal and an assist in the last one. And a couple of really good chances as well. Could have had more. And he's converted here tonight. Peel. Good move. Sends it up for Ellis. Nicole. Boots this one down as Orange looking to get some offense going. It's Esquera. Esquera taken to the turf, so will be a free kick awarded to Orange. As I believe that's Tyson Church taking the free kick. Sorry, that's Jacob Boyd. He got it to Torres right on his foot, but coming back to break it up is Jack Coles. Jack Coles for Blue. Plays this one all the way back to Price. For it looks like we're going to have a free kick awarded here to Blue after a bit of a scrum there right below the halfway line. Peel back to Ayatobi, pressured quickly by Popoff, but Ayatobi gets around him. Over to Hayes, the lone goal scorer so far in this game. As Baldock and Hayes, a little bit of give and go before it's being sent forward here to Diamato. Diamato sent packing by Burglar Khan, but Diamato sticking with it, but eventually Orange able to get the ball off him. Torres now. Up to Popoff. Popoff, lots of speed here. Plays it into the middle. Sabarzo. Sabarzo all by himself. Has a chance at goal. Steps back. Takes a shot and a big save there. And on the rebound. Another great save. It's a great job there by Xavier Gunnarsson to get back onto his goal line, and he breaks that one up. As Orange, frustration mounting, chance after chance, but yet to put one in the back of the net. Now played forward here for Esquera. Broken up by Price. Esquera taken to the turf there, but no call, and Simpson, a little bit of a roulette move there and right above the box, but couldn't get to it. Ellis now plays this one back for Hayes. Hayes cuts inside over to Ayatobi. Ayatobi with a long strike. That one blocked in front by Shah Jahan. Now Sabarzo with a great ball through here, and one of the best looking chances so far for Orange, and Logan Simpson just misses near side. Another grade A scoring chance squandered by Orange as they continue to keep up the pressure. It's Blue with it on the outside here once again. As Rodriguez into the middle to Rochwan. And free kick coming up here for Blue. So it's Rochwan with it. Plays it back to Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson to Peel. Over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez into the middle to Ayatobi. Some nice one-touch passing by them. Rodriguez keeps it in play, but they're going to say no, so it will be a throw-in here for Orange. With full time looming here for Orange. Need offense quickly. I'd say just about 8 minutes to go in this one. Now into the middle. Misses it to Simpson, so it's Hayes now with speed. Gets away from Borge. Now up to Boyd. Boyd doing a great job boxing out the attackers and gets it back to Ethan Smith. Smith sends it up, and now here goes Orange. Orange with another chance here. Lots of bodies forward, broken up by Peel. Hayes tried to keep it on the pitch, but that one rolls out of play, so we'll have another throw in, this time for Orange again. Boyd. Back to Borge, or so that's Esquera looking into the middle of the box and broken up quickly there by Rodriguez. I do believe that's going to be a corner coming up here and a chance for Orange to tie this one up. Jacob Boyd with it now. Boyd looking to cross this one in. Does just that. That one's going to fall perfectly as well. And missing the clearance is Blue, so it's Burglar Khan with a chance. And that one just wide of the far post. Burglar Khan just about curled that one in. Top corner. That would have been an absolute beauty, but as it goes, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. So still 1-0 to score here for Blue as Orange, in my opinion, have been the better team here in this second half. But the score, 1-0 in favor of Blue, as Orange, the frustration, like I said, mounting for them. Starting to play a lot more aggressive as well. Sabarzo really pressured Gunnarsson, who sent it all the way outside to Bolduc. Simpson steps around him. Little give and go between Simpson and I believe that was Jacob Boyd. It was. But sent away finally for Blue here, and a chance for them to get on the counterattack. Hayes tried to slot a seam pass through there. The nice little through ball. Looking for Starling there on the left side. They're going to decide to reverse sides here. So it's Ayatobi. Now here on the near side, over to Peel. Peel plays this one up, and Burglar Khan breaks it up. As the clock slowly working against Orange here. Substitutions coming in. As off comes Logan Simpson. Rodriguez on the throw-in. Rodriguez Looking for D'Amato. Tried to play it over to Hayes, a fancy little flick there, and Hayes does get onto it. Now up to Price. Price tried to play it outside to Starling. It's intercepted. Nice read by Boyd. He's going to go out wide, trying to run onto this one's Esquera. Esquera now, one-on-one with Price and cutting into the middle, and it looks like we're going to have our first penalty shot of the day. And the last, well, it will be the last one as well, you would think, in the last game of the day. We're going to have a penalty shot here for Esquera and a massive chance for Orange to tie this one up here. As Esquera one-on-one with Gunnarsson here. And Orange has had chance after chance here so far in this one. And this is definitely the best of them all. Esquera lines up to take the shot, walks in, shoots, and he scores! Diving the wrong way is Xavier Gunnarsson, and tied up at one here is Orange finally able to convert on one of their opportunities. But still time left in this one for both teams to get it done. 1-1 the score here between Orange and Blue. Aya Toby tries not to turn it over. Some good moves by him. Peel now with it. Plays it outside to Bolduc. Bolduc. Blue going to look to get one back here. Both these teams try and break the deadlock once more. We're back to even Stevens here. Rashwan plays this one outside to Bolduc. Looking to connect with Starling. Unable to. But finds himself with it once more. He's going to go all the way back to Xavier Gunnarsson, who leaves it for Peel. Got to be careful. Torres right on his tail. Rodriguez using his pace down the wing. He gets a chunk taken out of him. He continues to go down the wing. Burglar can now. Gets a challenge in on him. It's Esquera, the goal scorer here for Orange. Lots of speed. Tries to get the through ball into Sabarzo. Can't connect. Esquera, though, gets onto his own loose ball. Good move by Jacob Boyd. It gets around Bolduc, who's been a fantastic defender all day. Blue with it here again. Rashwan. Played down for Sabarzo, who is creating great pressure down low against Blue. Sabarzo stops up. Bolduc bites on the fake, and then a shot there from outside the box. Right on the edge of the box, I should say. And another save by Xavier Gunnarsson to keep this one all tied up. Now Blue back the other way as Hayes looks for a quick pass in behind Boyd, as he did connect with Starling, but the pass just a little bit behind him, so he's forced to stop up. And that allows Orange to get the ball off him. Now Esquera looking for a long ball here to Sabarzo. Sabarzo can't quite get there as Gunnarsson gets there first, and he's got a little bit of a limp here on his right foot. He's now whipping it in again as Sabarzo, and that one going to be held on to by Xavier Gunnarsson, and that will do it here for the last game of the day for the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine. This was Game 8 between Team 7 in the blue, Team 6 in the orange. The final score, 1-1 for both of these guys. What a great game it was. All the games between the senior boys were fantastic. They were all extremely even. Not a single game had more than a 2-goal margin, and this one ends the day very much similar here. Once again, you've been watching the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. Tune in tomorrow, where we are also live at 9 a.m. once again here on both of the same pitches at Newton Athletic Park here in Surrey. Once again, I am Liam Higgs. So glad to be brought back here for yet another combine here for FTF Canada, as we have some great fans here, and I'm very, very glad to be a part of it. Once again, tune in tomorrow for Game 2 of the Combine. We are excited for this one. Thank you so much, fans, for tuning in, and I will see you all tomorrow.